Good morning, everybody. How we doing today? Happy Monday. We got about 30 minutes until Asian session open. About 30 minutes here. If we take a look at our chart from last night, we just got a new 4-hour candle. Huge rejection off the fair value gap like we talked about yesterday. We rejected this one. We rejected Asian session high. Looks like we just have rejected our London session close. So we're closing below. We are in a downtrend. We should see this bad boy start to come down. Obviously, we're holding drawdown, and I know that makes everybody nervous, but I'm not really too worried. We got 22 pips of drawdown, which is obviously not ideal, but we are in a trade. This is the one we're in right now. Looks technically pretty sound overall. There's no major red folder news today, so which is a good sign. We don't have to worry about anything crazy going on. No real catalysts to move markets the opposite way for us. Really just pure price action this morning, which is always solid. Drift Beast, what's going on? Adele, how are you? What's going on? Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. We just got a new 4-hour candle. So that is solid. This 4-hour candle closed below. We should be in good shape here for this to come down. New York session high, or New York kill zone from yesterday was rejected pretty strongly, which was good. Had a nice hammer candle close. It was green, but I do think it's coming down. A lot of big old wickadoodle-doos here to start this morning on the 1 minute. Ton of big wicks down, which lets us know there is selling pressure. Heck yeah, there you go, David. Now that's learning what to do and what not to do. That's a great strategy right there. I fell asleep probably an hour after the stream, so I just was letting it run. But nice, David. Nice. Looking at this, though, again, I'm not really worried. I think the chart is pretty self-explanatory. That should be coming down here. What did this new day candle do? Okay, candle. Yeah, I still think this day, once it rejected here, is going to come down and retest these lows. Looking at the hour, we've got a pretty nice hour look in here. I mean, you've got a high here that's high. You've got a high here that's lower. We haven't quite created the lower low yet. But if we were to, it'd be somewhere down here, just like this one did, which would still contribute to our downtrend sell. But again, this is why we talk about, excuse me, guys. Ow, that hurt. Excuse me, guys. This is why we talk about risk management so much, though. Like, if you can't hold the drawdown of where we put the trade, you probably are over leveraged. You know what I mean? There we go. All right, much better. Good hour candle move to open here, which means we rejected London kill zone. Hopefully everybody has their stop losses and their take profits set. But if you're just joining us, we are short on Euro NZD. We failed to break. The most important thing here is that we did fail to break last week's high. We continued this overall trend right here is a downtrend. Still a downtrend. If not broken trend. But that's where we're at right now. The funny thing is how different you could look at it with or without my indicator, the EMA ribbons, and the fair value gaps on. I personally love keeping them on there, but it's funny to me how different it looks with or without it. But using those tools has helped me big time, so... What's the price showing on the broker right now? $1.1621. That's why. But again, we're holding roughly 19 pips of drawdown, which isn't crazy. Excuse me. Look at some of these other charts here. Euro JPY from last night, guys, ended up breaking previous highs and then coming back down. So not sure what that one's going to do. GJ ended up coming down, opposite of what we thought. Euro AUD is the only one that did what we thought. After that big green candle, it rejected the whole way down for 38 pips. And then GBP USD went to TP2 because we were looking at entering down here. It went to TP2, which was like 30 pips for us. And now it's rejecting again at a very, very key support. So this is something to look forward to maybe this afternoon, maybe after this trade. But as of now, this is the only trade we're in. As you guys know, I don't trade two charts at the same time. Let's take a look at this 1 minute. Looks like we kind of broke through what was like a micro support there on 96640. 96630 actually. Just need to see it continue dropping. So weird how different the candles on the broker and the candles on the oh, actually they don't. Just those big wicks aren't there. Those big wicks are not there on that. Let's close this gap. All right, nice little $2,000 swing. There we go. Break the lows, baby. Break the lows. Come on and break the lows. One sec, guys. I gotta blow my nose. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's get a new 15-minute candle. There we go. See if we get this double topped all the way down to TP1. That would be nice. We got 11 minutes until New York session open where we're going to see a bunch of movement, guys. 11 minutes. Five, number 5. Number 5. I think this thing's going to drop off a cliff at New York Session Open. FX Starfleet, what's going on, brother? How are you? Terry, how you doing? Hype Flow Media, I appreciate it, but I already have somebody. Thank you, though. I'm alright. Thank you. Glad you're doing well there, Terry. We're waiting for this bad boy to come down, and I think going into New York Session Open here in about 9 minutes, it's going to happen. We just broke previous lows. Looks like we're double topping here to come all the way back to market open. We typically always come back to market open from the Sunday. So I'm really targeting right there. Yeah, it's a downtrend. No doubt about it. It's a downtrend. There's never been a doubt about that. Especially on the higher time frames. There's never been a doubt about that. Did we get a little early? Yeah, we did. That's okay. Should be able to hold that. It got a little close there last night, huh? Asian session high. But again, that's why it was a bigger stop loss, guys. One hour looks good. 4 hour looks good. Or if we break the lows of the 4 hour, that'd be great. But the 1 hour looks really good. It's continuing to drop right now. $15-minute created a fair value gap and broke below London kill zone, which is good. We need to break London kill zone low. The low down there, right at entry. Because last night when we opened, and the main reason we got into this trade is this was the only chart that had opened below last week's previous zones. It was the only chart. That's why we got in it, and it looked like a good buy, or sell, which I do still believe it is a good sell. Andrew's still holding. I'm still holding. Matt Engel's still holding. Matt, you could enter another position now. It's not too late. Yeah, I'm not touching the USDs, baby. I'm not touching them. Oh, you've got 3? Don't go anymore. Don't over leverage yourself, Matt. 3 is good enough. 3 lots is good. God forbid this goes the other way. You don't want to be over leveraged and lose even more. I don't think it's going the other way, but to my point, you want to stay within your leverage. What does it say your equity is? So, like when you click the used margin versus free margin, what do you got? Five minutes here. Five more minutes until New York session open. Took us a little bit to come down here, but we're here. Oh shit. Yeah, what happened there? Yeah, that thing's coming down. It's got to break. It already did break it. Yeah, CHF JPY sells. Yeah, that's 2 crazy hour candles there. This thing might go for 120 pips. It's an odd candle there. But we're going to watch this trade going into New York session open here. And swap doesn't help either. Three minutes. Nice, there you go. I was looking at that number, nice. Here comes the movement. The New York session open movement. One minute here. I think that was the new minute right there, no? It's a great 1 hour candle there. There you go, flip red. Boy, isn't that the longest minute you've ever seen? Alright, that should be a new minute here. 9:30. Session open. Volume's climbing steady. Got 1,000 people coming in every other second right now. 1.25, 108.26, 108.27. Volume's there. There we go. Here we go, Drift Beast. 108.42K. Up 20,000. Sorry, up 2,000 in volume just in the past minute and a half. This should give us what we're looking for here. Let's go. Come on, big old wick. I gotta use the restroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Looks like I didn't miss much other than it sitting at the same spot, ready to break the lows. Let's go. Let's break these lows, baby. Let's break these lows. Let's break these lows. I like what I'm seeing out of this chart. All these other charts are going crazy. Euro JPY, GJ, Euro AUD. Oh man, Euro AUD from last night's coming down hard. Nice. Which means all these euros should continue to come down. Euro JPY, Euro AUD, Euro NZD. They should all be moving down on us. We created a full fair value gap below an EMA ribbon with a full candle closure with a rejection of a key level, and it's a downtrend. So all four confirmations are currently met once again. So it's a good thing. We could watch the 5 or the 1. Doesn't matter to me. There we go. Good push. Yeah, let's see this thing keep dropping, baby. $9606. as a rejection for you to get in? Because 9606 is right up here. You're waiting for it to come reject that and re-enter, Andrew? Nine 606. Oh, I was looking at 966. Gotcha. 9606. No, that's a good number right there. Yeah, that's right below our take profit 1. Yeah, it's essentially the same spot. That's what we're looking for too. I'm just looking for market session open from yesterday night. And then if we can break that, I'll take 1 or 2 positions out and leave the other 2 running down to possibly the 1.95800 area. Because the 1 broke the EMA pretty good here. The 1 hour at least. Yeah, it could have been a liquidity sweep. Yeah, that candle was kind of scary. A little liquidity sweep to the low side and then rocket back up, but it's on such a downturn. I just don't like that it's in the middle of 2 zones. You got your resistance and then your support here. Like, I don't like trading right there at all, as you guys know. Whereas Euro NZD is rejecting a key level all right here on a break and retest to come down. So that's what I like about this chart. New 15-minute coming in 1 minute here. We're dropping lower and lower. Yeah, 10 o'clock. Yeah, we got 14 minutes. Minutes, not too bad. Nah, I don't think it's going to do that. You could be right. You could be right. Here, let me preface it with that. You could be right. But I don't think so, man. Look at this downtrend. I think it's at least going to fulfill the double top, minimally. Your measuring move is this line right here. That should be our target. TP2 should have no problem being a target. Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. Little faith for sure there. Nah, like I said, I like the analysis. You guys know, once I make an analysis, I'm all in. It's just the way you gotta trade. Still can't believe I'm holding 4,800, but my pips are worth $828. So, I mean, we're holding 8.9 pips a drawdown. $47.35 divided by 8.7 pips. Yeah, $544 worth, $544 pips. GBP USD buy, huh? Yeah, we looked at this yesterday. It is at a strong support, but you already broke below London close. AM kill zone, not so much. Yeah, you'll kind of see what happens here, but you are at a very, very strong support right here. It wouldn't be a terrible buy. I'd need a little more confirmation on my end there. And like I said, we're in a trade already. So, like, we're already in. We've been holding this one since last night. We just broke previous candles' lows on the 15. Coming into the hour here, we're pretty bearish. Yeah, I just wouldn't touch GU right now, to be quite honest with you. I wouldn't, but that's just me. Well, and Andrew in this case. We got 9 minutes until we get this new hour candle, which will put us at 30 minutes into New York session open, where we should know if everything's our continuations or reversals. There we go. Look at us, almost back to market open. Our entry, there we go. Bring us back to the promised land. Anyone ever heard of, has anybody in here ever heard of PU Prime? The broker PU Prime? Anyone ever heard of that broker? No, no one's ever heard of PU Prime. They've been emailing me nonstop. I'm not going to switch because I really like Hanko Trade, but they just been emailing me nonstop. Finding me on Telegram, finding me on Discord. One of them just booked a call on my 15-minute free calls. I'm like, come on, guys. I told you no already. But so be it. Guess when you're doing good things, all the brokers want to move you over. You know? Good move. Good move. Really good move going into the hour here. Oh, it was supposed to be like that. One minute here. It's our new candle. How'd that 1 hour end up looking? Beautiful 1 hour candle. Beautiful 1 hour candle there. Rejected that EMA, which we knew could be a problem, but I think we might blow through it. Here you go. You got a red fair value gap there, so that's good. Down to 3,700 drawdown.
Go to
We're getting moving in the right direction. We are moving in the right direction. And that's the most important thing here. We're barely in drawdown. I mean, we're holding 5 pips of drawdown right now. It's still risky, brother. Like I said, and also I'm sticking with the trade I have, you know what I mean? I don't like to trade more than one chart at a time. How do you know that? That's wild. But yeah, this break and retest on the higher time frame is pretty solid. I mean, we had our support. Well, it was a support, and it became a resistance. Our new support's down here. We're trading the difference in between due to the rejection of the key level. Yeah, that's why we sold. That resistance up top there is pretty strong. And it's a break and retest on a higher time frame. So the break and retest on the higher time frame really just kind of seals the deal for us. It meets all 4 of our confirmations that we need to take this trade. Plus, we've been in the trade since last night. Since Asian market session open. Get some rejection at that fair value gap. Just like that. 7 minutes into the 10 o'clock candle here. Opened green, went red, and we're stuck in between 2 fair value gaps. Hopefully we can blow out the bottom one here, that green fair value gap. Take out London session low, Asian session low, and keep moving. Tone Salmon, what's up, man? Oh, excuse me. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Oh, I thought you meant he was watching on his phone. I was like, all right, I'll watch what I say then. That's funny. Hey, that's a hell of a way to look at it. I never thought of it like that. It's not bad at all. I guess the difference is I never hold it. Once I make profit each week, I pull it out through crypto into US dollar, which US dollar's high right now, so that helps. Yeah, I mean, more and more bleeding on crypto would be real nice, and then you can test out and see where you want to get in, where you want to get out. Got a new 15-minute coming in here. I think so too. Slow moving morning for Monday morning open here. Monday morning New York session open. Very slow moving. We got some really nice movement to the downside here. What is a PITFA, Andrew? What does that mean? Oh, I got it. Got it. Took me a second there. Thanks for explaining. We got a red close on the 15 there. That's good. It just does not want to move off that 1 hour FVG. We're going to be holding this through the session, aren't we? All right. We're going to break into that thing or what? Excuse me, guys. All right, we're below $2,000 drawdown. We went into $2,000 drawdown. We were at 10 grand when we opened the stream of drawdown. Only 90 bucks drawdown in the small account, and in my 25K account, only $826 drawdown. So you guys can obviously see my big account. So I want 30 pips. I want market session open from last night. That's it. 30 pips or London kill zone, which would be 15 pips. That's all I'm asking for. The 1 hour wants to go. Yeah, man. Hang out. Make sure you subscribe. I go live most of the time, twice a day. Free Discord. Nice to see you, Tone Salmon. Nice to see you, man. Appreciate you joining. I know. It's not really a rejection, though. Right here. It's more of just like a doji where it doesn't know where it's going. This needs to reject and come down. But yeah, it hasn't broken that London kill zone yet, but it also hasn't broken the London high yet either, or the Asian high from yesterday, which leads me to believe that the downtrend overall will continue. Oh, I found one. I'm not sure yet. I think it might. As long as we don't break previous highs here. Like, this could create a wick all at once. This fair value gap is what's holding it up, but this wasn't here yesterday. Because when we entered, this wick had been all the way down here, and there was no fair value gap. It was only created 2 hours after we entered. You know? You ever hedge it, Andrew? So like on Hanko Trade, there's a button to hedge it, where it'll hedge it for the same amount of lots you're in the other way, and that way you could figure out how to break even on hedging. A little more high level for some people, but they do have that option. Don't like the way this is moving right now, though. As long as we don't break the previous high, we'll be all right. Yeah, I haven't done it either, but some people like to do it, and obviously they have that feature for a reason, you know what I mean? Like, some people definitely use it, utilize it. What's going on with this 5 minute here? Are we retesting an EMA ribbon or something? Yeah, okay, we are. Might be blowing through it, but we're certainly retesting it. Nine 6 7 2 2. You think it's gonna pull up to here? 96772 right here. I don't know. I just don't see that. I mean, I hope not. But based off, I mean, if that happens, we break our downtrend of lower highs. Like, this needs to stay lower. Because if it comes up and breaks this, that kind of renders this trade invalid. On the 1 hour, not so much, but yeah, if we break this fair value gap right here heavily and come all the way back up here, I'd be somewhat nervous, but I still think that we're going to reject Asian session high. I don't think that's getting broken. This high time frame chart, is still showing this break and retest. And we had a hammer close. Granted, it was green, but a hammer 4-hour close. But the 15 minutes testing and the 5 minutes testing. 1 minute probably already flipped big time on it. Yeah, 1 minute flipped on it. But again, we're testing session highs right now and lows. Yeah, me too. We'll see though. It went from being only 2,800 in drawdown back up to 11 grand in drawdown. We got a couple minutes until we get a new 15-minute. How many pips drawdown are we in? 25. Oh shit, sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't up. I was looking at the stats. You're out. I'm gonna hold for another Probably 15 minutes here and see what happens. If it breaks that high, I'll be out. Yeah, that was what we were looking at on Euro JPY. That fair value gap's pretty strong on the day chart, so I'm holding still. But I don't love these candles right now. Do not want to break this high right here. See what those volume candles look like. We'll see here. I'm not sold on getting out of the trade yet. That doesn't look like I like that though. Where's this buying power coming from? Now everything's a fucking buy. Just not a fan of what it's doing right now. But we are at a previous high that if it doesn't break, it could come back down. If it breaks this high, I believe I will mitigate and be out. Just a huge green candle there. But the fair value gap on the 1 hour. Saving grace right there. I like Euro JPY sells, but other than that, price action's kind of ass on a lot of these. I just don't know if it's going to be an engulfing. It may come back, wick back down with this fair value gap. That's my only hesitation to get out right now. I'm watching it. It's trying, but I think the buying power is slowing down. It's not a ton of buying power right there. Look how much smaller that candle is compared to this previous selling candle. see what happens here. I gotta take a piss. See what happens here on the hour. Very interesting movement, but rejections of London high and New York high. Yeah, I agree 100%. I'm with you there. My rules don't say this is invalid yet. Because if that were the case, then we would have been invalid up here yesterday. And it still came all the way back down to almost break even. If this fair value gap and these New York high and London high gets broken, then we have a problem. But other than that, I'm still holding right now. And the buying power is not as strong as the selling power. These are volume candles right here. I think we get a push toward the downside going into the new hour here in the next 15 minutes. Four hour doesn't have a lot of buying power. I like the rejection of the fair value gap and the rejection of London close kill high and New York close kill high. Got 12 minutes. 12 minutes until we get this new candle here. And we shall see what happens. It's no coincidence that it's rejecting the fair value gap. Let's put it that way.
Rating trading myths.
I don't think it's a coincidence that it's rejecting there. I don't think it's coincidence. But we just got a huge wick like that. Eight minutes here. Is the 1 minute gonna cross down under? Would be nice to see. Last 6 minutes here. Buying power slowing down, candles getting smaller. Last 5 minutes here. Here's the thing too that like people don't talk about. So last night we went into drawdown, right? Last night we were into drawdown. That was almost 57 pips, and people would have said invalidated, get out. Came all the way back down to like, so you know, when you're looking at it, it's a lot easier to say get out. Get out, get out. But when you've analyzed it ahead of time and put your stop loss in the correct spot, you know, it's sometimes a little easier to just not watch it. Obviously, with us live streaming together here, we're going to watch it. But this is the emotional aspect that comes into it where people are very nervous. Yep, agreed. Agreed. We got 3 minutes left in this candle. Just a waiting game now. Here's our new hour. Here's our new hour. Let's see what it does for us here. Huge 15-minute volume on that last candle there. It was a bigger candle. Five seems to be dropping at the EMA. One probably dropped under it. Trying to, at least. It doesn't have an overbearing amount of buying pressure. I like those volume candles a lot. It shows how skinny it is, how little buying pressure there actually is on this new candle. I think it's probably going to take another hour or two to show us if it's going to break that FVG, but based off that wick on that past hour candle, it doesn't look like it's going to. Yeah, I'm with you there. And sometimes I'm only going for 5 or going for 10 pips or so, but like this fair value gap's holding strong, but it's a double-edged sword, you know, because you got two of them. You've got one here, and you've got one here that's been respected. I think this one breaks down before this one does, simply because of the overall analysis we did on it. The volume candles are small now. If this thing was going to shoot, it would have shot. You know what I mean? But it's holding right there. We'll see what happens, you know? It's a good move there. There's that hour flipping red. Boom, take out that FEG. Let's go. Take out the FEG. There's a big move on the hour. It's a big move on the hour. Still is kind of skinny candle, but it's a big move on the hour there. What did JPY end up doing? All right, guys, I think we're going to be here for a little bit, probably through New York session. I would have liked to close out this morning, but it didn't allow us. It went right here, right at, I think it was 8 pips. So we're going to just continue to hold this. I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. We'll be back for Asian session tonight. As always, feel free to message me in Discord if you have any questions, but I will send out notifications based off if we're going to mitigate or if this thing goes into profit today. But I appreciate all you guys joining, David, Terry, Andrew, everyone that was in here, Tone, Matt, everybody. It's good seeing you guys, and we'll see you tonight. We'll end how we always do here, though. Good job, guys. Appreciate you showing up. I think we all learned a valuable lesson today. Drawdown doesn't always mean it's going the other way.